Welcome, friends. So, good news, everyone. I'm an idiot and forgot that I didn't have Kerbal Space Program installed right now, which is not normal. I don't think I've ever deleted it before, like 2 weeks ago, and I need to make a little more space. So, while that's installing, we're just going to run some Satisfactory. I know. Oh, hey, Yuki! I know. Very unprofessional of me, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be resolved soon. And in the meanwhile, you can see what I've been doing this past week, because we've made an amount of progress. So you might notice that there's a bit of a Cthulhu's face going on here. We've got this extremely loud thing that's just spewing out tickets. There we go. Well, over here, we're churning out petroleum coke to make circuit boards, except there seems to have been a halt in rubber production. Let's find out why. Where's all the rubber gone? There's supposed to be a car that comes and supplies rubber. Let's go to the oil refinery and see if we can find out. Stream description still says WWE? Oh god, everything's awful. I have a jetpack now also. Yeah, lots changed. Let me just fix that stream description because everything's wrong and I'm a disaster. There we go. Also, it's going to be laggy as all hell because I'm, you know, installing a game in the background. That gigabyte bandwidth can only do so much. Alright, everybody, keep your eyes out for a truck that's stuck somewhere. Hope it didn't go in the water, because that's going to be a problem. Is that it? No. It's just a rock. Where is that truck? I'm sure we should have been able to see it by now. Oh yeah, this is the industrial horror that is the oil refinery. Don't worry about it. Oh, car. What the? Did it just evaporate? What happened? Truck over there. Did we pass it and I didn't notice? It says it's here somewhere. Let's go locate it. Oh no, did it? How did it even do that? I really hope it didn't go in the deep water, because that's going to be a problem. Because we're just not going to be able to get it out of there. Alright, let's go over here. Oh, it's so wet. Tires hate water. Okay. Well, that's a mystery I'm going to have to solve on my own time, because Kerbal Space Program has finally installed, so let's go do that. I'm just going to... Oops. Where's the desktop? Alright. Update the stream again. Incompatible mods. Oh, well, we don't use MechJeb. That's fine. We don't need to use MechJeb. Must have been an update since I last played it. I wasn't planning on using MechJeb anyway. MechJeb is basically an autopilot mod, but for the purposes of this stream, I wasn't going to use it. So. All right, so there's no desktop audio. There we go. Now there's desktop audio. Now you can hear the game. It's not making any noise. Everything's going great. Cool. There we go. Yeah, it'll open up. So I've set myself some goals here, and my goals are threefold. First, get a Kerbal to the moon and back. Cool. Secondly, get a Kerbal to... get a probe to Mars. And then thirdly, get a Kerbal on Mars. Only the moonshot requires a return. And we're just going to go until we achieve those three objectives. So, start new. Career mode. Thunder Cow. Okay, we're going to change some difficulty options as well to make the game less grindy. We're going to start with... We'll start with no science, but we're going to increase the science rewards to like 400%. And the rewards are going up to 400% because otherwise you end up grinding... Oh, gotta read a bedtime story. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. We'll see you in a moment. Just because we want to be able to do stuff like that. We're going to have the facilities destructible. If we land on our own facilities, oops, we will allow missing crews to respawn. We will allow reversing flights. We will allow quick loading. Will not allow the launch sites. That's fine. We don't want stock vessels. Cool. Just going to check these. Alright, we're not going to worry about the plasma blackout. Pros will require a signal for control. Watch that come back to bite me. Cables level up when they get to the ground. Don't allow negative. Part pressure limits, yes, because that's something that's always fun when you fail it. G-force limits we won't worry about. Kerbal G-force limits we will. Actually, yeah, part G-force limits, because those are always like, whoops. G-force tolerance will be 3 Gs. Oh no, that multiplies their current tolerance, right? Resource transfer rate crossfeed rules. Yep. Don't worry about action groups. Alright, accept. What's our flag going to be? Let's do this one. This is for our 3 missions. Oh, hey, there's a bot. Kill the bot, please. Make it explode. Alright, let's start. Got it. Oh, before we build our first rocket, let's go to the mission control.
Oh, wait.
Launch our first vessel. Escape the atmosphere. Alright. Mark 1 command pod. Actually, no, we don't need a command pod. All we need is this. The re-entry module. And to add some... oh, what is this? These are new. EVA jetpack. Personal parachute. Where's the... guys? Utility, there we go. A little parachute on there. Okay, we only have 1 engine so far, so the fully solid fuel booster. Alright. The... what do we call this? The... upgoer. Save. Okay. 804 meters per second is nowhere near enough delta V to leave the planet, but let's just see how high we get. It's a little tiny grasshopper craft. Alright, Jeb, strap in. The upgoer has gone up. It has completed its primary objective. It is now going sideways and tumbling. Things are not good. And it ran out of fuel. It appears we are not going to space today. Whee. Ground's further away than I thought. Well, we'll be recovering that. Speed up time. Alter time, speed up the harvest, teleport off this rock, all that good stuff. I mean, the first vessel's really just a proof of concept. Oh. Yeah, let's go back to normal speed. Touchdown! Yes! He made it! There's our little bean. Jeb Kerman. Yeah. Yay. Make an EVA report. Cool. We got some science. Recover the vessel. Alright, excellent, excellent. We have 57 science and 69 funds, some reputation. Now they wants to do all this garbage. But the only thing we care about is orbiting Kerbal. Alright, R&D. Let's get some basic parts. Some science and decoupling bits. Some more researchy bits. Some stability. And, excuse me, that's the budget. Right. Let's recover the other bits of the outgo. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we can build with our new bits from R&D. Okay. Alright, so we're still just going up as high as we can. Like, as soon as we hit space, then we'll work on, like, redirecting and, you know, orbiting and all that good stuff. But for right now, we're just going up as hard as possible. Alright. Fuel tank. Fuel tank. Alright. Coupling. And then some radial decouplers. Let's get these. And then we'll put some those cones on them. There. Perfect. It's within requirements. Just. I wonder if we can get a fourth nacelle on there. Let's see. Nope. The fourth nacelle puts it over the weight limit. Oh, by 0.5 tons. Can we just shed that? Hey! Because we don't need that after all. We can just keep that up naked. Alright. Space. Save. Nope, because that's not going to do anything. There we go. That would have been funny. Like, we activate that booster and it just pops the top off. Alright. And we have a little bit of thrust control on this one as well. Alright. Launch. Okay. Let's get to space. Let's see if we can go to space today. Whoa. Oh no, we got some shimmy. Right, stabilization fins would have been really useful on this. Well, Jeb, do you want to make a crew report? Alright, cool. Let's just keep that experiment. Engine SAS. No SAS modules on this craft. Oh. Yeah, we have no control. We are... Nope. Well, we've essentially just created a missile with a Kerbal in it. But we're not going anywhere near the center, so at least all of this will land somewhere less terrible. Just pop the top. That's a long way down. Alright. I wonder, can't disembark while off of Kerbal surface. Okay. Oh. Yep. Just... Alright, everybody stay indoors because there's bits of missile just falling down. Remember, if you're going to leave the Kerbal Space Center after a launch, bring an umbrella. Preferably one made of steel. Because unlike the Kennedy Space Center, bits of our rocket just go everywhere. They don't land safely in the ocean or burn up in the atmosphere. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. Alright, recover vessel. Alright. So what we learned is we need fins for stability. Ow. I was not ready for that. That was loud. My headphones were up. Thanks, Yuki. Thanks to the air horns. Well, these seem expensive. Yes. Alright. Let's research some more rocketry bits. Okay. Let's work on that rocket and see if we can make it a little more space worthy. Let's upgrade the launch pad and the fab, just so that we can build slightly more complex machines. Good. All right. There. Cool. Okay. What else can we build? Oh, these are bigger. That means more up. Bigger rocket means more up. That's just science. Unfortunately, it is clipping through that, so we can't do that just yet. What if bigger fuel tank? What if just more gas? What if even more gas? What if just gas? More powerful engine. Those on there. Get some of that. Alright, it's still clipping through a little bit. Good enough. Alright, let's get some nose cones on those. Actually, let's make it orange so that people on the ground can see when it's going to fall on their heads. Perfect. Alright. And I think this is definitely going to get to space. So, oh, well, it's not going to go to space with what I've currently done to it. Let's do that. That. There we go. Yeah, that seems like it'll work. Let's go. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lift off. Looking good. We have some spin, but that's fine. We're beginning to roll. I can't correct the steering. Oh no. Oh no, we've made a missile. Well, that one's going. Oh look, that one's gonna make it. Okay, lift off, separation confirmed. Collide into Chip was killed. Collide into okay, yeah, everything exploded. Good, cool. Right, cool. Revert to assembly. Where did we go wrong? Let's maybe put those on the outside. Catch more wind. Let's also replace the pod with one that has some spin control. Oh, you know what? And let's also add a method for that to separate on landing, so that they don't land with a ton of fuel on them. And of course a happy little parachute. Alright. I'm more confident in this one. For realsies this time. Except that doesn't work because that's wrong space. Yeah. Chew. There's a tickle in my nose today for some reason. There we go. Alright. Alright. This time. This time we go to space. No countdown. Straight to space. Countdowns are for nerds. Okay, we got a little wobble. No spin. No tilt. We're going up. Oh, okay, we're getting heat issues. Oh, parts are overheating. Okay. We are in space. Oh, hey, looking good. All right. Wait, can we just get an orbit straight off this one? Let's see. And if I'd known we could have got an orbit off of this one, I would have started at a certain angle. Start engines. Alright, did we do it? No! We sure didn't. But we could though. But we could. We just get to that apoapsis. I mean, obviously this was a bit of a brute force attempt. They didn't bother doing any kind of direction changes. Alright. Well, no. We didn't manage to get into... Well, we got into space. We just didn't manage to get into orbit. Luscious Lou is now following. Hey, Lou! Just like last time we met, we're in space, but this time you can't kill me. I mean, can we do an EVA in space? No, but we can take a crew report. Let's get some science going. Alright, what goes up must come down. At least when you haven't achieved a stable orbit. Alright. Set ourselves up at a nice landing angle there. Spin. Okay, stop spin. Ooh, is it gonna overheat and explode on the way in because the landing angle is really weird? We'll find out. Okay. Alright, we effectively did some air braking deceleration there. Why is the parachute deploying? It's far too early for that to do that. Okay, well it didn't rip itself apart immediately, so we weren't going too fast. Until we get a bit closer to the ground, which is actually deceptively far away. So we can still see the curvature of the Earth, or curvature of the Kerbal. Cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're coming for a landing. Ah, there's the other bit. That just landed too. Good for it. Boom. Yeah. Peer report. Cool, cool. He's happy. Cover vessel. Alright, excellent. We did a space. We did a space for the first time. Lots of science as well. Alright. Some more bits. Alright. Yeah, flight control would be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, back to the fab. Okay, let's start there. So our first goal is to get to and return from the moon. So we're going to have to do some incremental tests to make that work. So to start with, we need to establish an orbit. Once we've got an orbit going, we can then start working on the math to do the moon shot, where we go around it and back. Because once we can orbit the moon and come back, we can basically start working on the kind of fuel requirements for a landing. We're not going to do this the NASA way with the lunar rendezvous. We're going to do it as a single stage. So all the way there, land, all the way back. We're not playing with mech chips, so we won't worry about that. Because we're doing this one with without the autopilot. Let's put a thermal shield on this bad boy, because it got quite hot last time and it made me very nervous. Give me a parachute. Gotta put a parachute on there. And let's get some science going here. Got a thermometer on the side. Barometer. Actually, no, that's gonna mess with the aerodynamics. We'll find a little thing. Ah, Science Junior. There we go. That's not gonna mess with the aerodynamics at all. It's right there. Just leave it on the way home. He's gonna have to get out to analyze it though, isn't he? So let's just throw it away. What else we got? I mean, we haven't established an orbit first, so. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games. I've been playing it since it was in like beta. Vacuum stage engine. You, not you. This one. We'll do our vacuum staging. So when we get to space, we would need to do an orbit. So. Let's see, regular decouplers. Alright, so we're only making two stages to this one. So stage 1, get to space. Stage 2, orbit and return. Because we don't have the big circle in the way, we can make them a little taller. Very nice, that is. Inlet. Let's go. Alright. Orbit. Save. Let's check our staging. Okay, we do not want the parachute to deploy immediately. Cool. That should be enough to get us to orbit, because this will get us to space. Alright. I ain't seen nothing yet, Lou. Alright. SAS engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go. We got some shimmy, but we're looking stable. Alright, beginning orbital turn. Gently now. Alright. Get your main engine. So do orbital injection. Cutting engine. Alright, apoapsis is set at 640. A little shallower than I'd like it, but we can work from here. Alright, so Orbital Mechanics 101. In order to stay in space, you don't have to be burning all the time. Where you burn is more important, and what direction. Because you're always orbiting something. Like, your gravity is always affecting you on something. So on this level, our largest sphere of influence is going to be Kerbal, the planet. So what we need to do is we need to use that gravity to help push us in a circle. So once we get to the apoapsis, which is our furthest point from the planet, we engage thrust along that vector, and what it will do is it will push out that curve. I'll show you. Alright, we are almost there. There we go. Alright, so we're going to move prograde, which means we're facing along this axis, and burn. And oh, I don't think we're going to make it. We're not going to make it. Unfortunately, I burned a little bit too much fuel on the way up, so I'm going to get us all the way around. Alright, well, we learned something. Yeah, well, let's just accelerate this to... Alright. Back in the atmosphere. Turn to retrograde. Disable SAS. So SAS gives us some extra stability. Essentially there's a set of spinning rings in here which give us some additional torque. We actually have a heat shield this time. The reason we don't want SAS working right now is because we want the airflow to be pushing against this, and we don't want to let the spacecraft kind of drift, where there'll be like a larger area of friction across the side, because that could heat this up and then we all die. Well, Jeb dies. We'll be fine. Oh, that landed. Alright. Through the bulk of the atmosphere. Well, at least we've aero braked to the point where atmospheric friction is not scorching the heat shield. And deploying the parachute. Alright. And now we just accelerate, because that won't deploy until we're 500 feet above the ground. whatever it's set to. Yeah, 500. Alright, and now we gently coast to Earth. Alright, now let's recover the vessel. So, I mean, that was a successful failure. Every time we go to space, we learn something new. In this case, we just learned how not to do something. All right. All right, let's make it so we can patch some conics, flight plan, and give us the ability to perform EVAs so that we're not wasting time when we go into space here. Alright. Let's try again. Alright. I think our ship is fine as it is, but maybe a little more fuel would help. Yeah, there seems to be this idea that Kerbal Space Program isn't interesting until somebody blows up, and I contest that. I think the game played like competently is just as interesting. All right, let's get a launch. Okay. CS is up. And engage. Alright. We have no control over the burn speed of these solid fuel boosters. We just light them and let them go. So we're going to turn. Oh, we got some shimmy. That's bad. There we go. Got that under control. Alright. Ooh. Fun. Alright. That's a decent place for us to leave our apparatus right there. Could be a little flatter though, so let's change that a little bit. So we can use this to kind of vector us a little. And you can actually control the throttle when you're in flight and in the map, so. Alright, we'll leave that around 200. Let's just check our maneuvering, because we can get to orbit. Okay, 25 seconds of burn time. 1509 minutes per second, we have 1725, so we can get to orbit this time. We know it's possible, we've just got to do it. Let's speed up time. Alright. Turn towards. Full burn. We have achieved orbit. Alright. Now, we don't have enough fuel to go anywhere else, but we're halfway to anywhere now. Getting to space is the single hardest bit. Once you're in space, from there you can go literally anywhere. So, this is going to be our target. This is the moon. So, now we've done our standard, like, takeoff and circularization. We'll stay in space for a little bit. And we'll start planning to do what's called a Hohmann transfer. And we'll talk about the Hohmann transfer when I actually come to do that moon burn. For right now, we are in space. Got an EVA. Oh nice, he has a sun visor. That's new. Don't forget to do science. Thank you. I would have forgotten if you not said. There's our little beam. We can use the visor. Yeah. Alright, EVA report. Just keep that. Get too far away because he is untethered, so we can literally just send him spinning off into space. Crew report. Experiment. Alright, let's figure out where we want to land and perform our. So over here, I think we want to land in the ocean, really. Doesn't really matter where, honestly, but. Whoops, what I want to do. A little too deep if we start there, I guess. There we go. That gives us a target to burn at as well. Cool. Alright, so let's walk to there. There we go. Alright, now we just wait for physics to do the rest. You know what? We're not quite in the atmosphere yet, so let's do a quick UVA. Grab another UVA report. Alright. Ourselves to retro. Injecting the fuel. You see that beginning to heat up? Good old-fashioned black body radiation. What does this look like from Jeb's view? Let's have a look. certainly the ground. Laundry, toothbrushes, food, not food, parts and air. Cool. We send them in with all the essentials, you see. And nothing else. Are we gonna hit that island? Hopefully. It would be completely unintentional if we did, but very cool. That was something landing somewhere. Good old-fashioned litho-braking maneuver. Start throwing some drag. Am I gonna land on the island? Nah, I'm not that good. Oh, if I land in that teeny tiny little lake, I'll be really impressed. Absolutely unintentional, but very, very cool maneuver. Yeah, we sent Jeb on an island vacation. Oh, no way. Come on. So yeah, see that island? Okay. See that little tiny lake on the island? Yeah. See that little bit of sand between the lake and the ocean? No way. Yeah way. Yeah. Jump. There he is. Plant flag. That's what I was trying to do. Bump. First orbit. Science. Bizarre. Cool. Salute the flag. Review report. Alright, now just chill out. Have a Mai Tai. And wait for the recovery team to arrive. Alright, hey, lot of science there. We are working on quadruple rewards just so we don't have to grind the game though, so. Because I do like this game, I do not like grinding this game. Yeah, big rocket bits. Research over that. Oh no, we used up all our research on the big rocket bits. That's fine. Alright, let's work on our moonshot. Didn't intend for this to be a speed run, but I guess here we are. Okay. Command pod. So this is going to be a controlled orbit of the moon and a return. Nav lights. Oh, those are new. And the port being the starboard. Yeah, I want to see how these work. You just... Oh, nice, you can. That's very cool. Okay. So, upper stage is going to be the bit that gets us on the kind of transfer to the moon and then returns us home. So let's figure out what we need to do that. What kind of fuel tanks we got? Liquid fuel, we don't need liquid fuel. Well, I mean, we do need liquid fuel, but we need, like, peroxide. Not just kerosene. 99 Terry for the upper stage, okay. I'll take your word for it, and then we can all blame Pi if this goes wrong. That no, like even if it's pilot error, we're gonna blame Pi. Terrier. This little bastard. Yeah. 667. Actually, yeah, that's a decent amount for a just a lunar burn. Alright. I've not used the Terrier engine because it always looks like the least useful part on the market. Oh. Big? No, we don't have any big tanks yet. Do we? No. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some big tanks, I think. But like this'll be fine for optimized for operation value. Get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, 60k in a vacuum. And it's already moving a whole lot of weight at that point. So yeah, that'll work. We've got like a big lower stage, but like we don't really have to push a big lower stage just yet. So no, we don't have to push a big upper stage. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it might seem logical that like, you know, you want to move a lot of weight, so just take some really big engines, but in practice that doesn't always work, because the bigger you make your craft, the more crap you have to move. And so the bigger your end is, it's called the square cube law. There's our second stage engine. Alright. And then for our first stage, just that. Alright, I think we're ready. Cool, alright, let's go. Alright, everything's gonna be fine. Oh wait, no, hang on. Let's turn on the SAS. There we go. Perfect. I don't understand what went wrong. Anyway. Let's just make it this big, like, inline rocket. Why not? Man is concerned. Father, that was dumb and you should feel dumb. Big lad. Do we have a structural piece for that? We do, good. The Rockomax brand adapter. For all your science requirements. That's not what I meant to do. What the? That's... No, that's too big. Huh. Well. Look, we're ahead of schedule and I need to make this entertaining somehow, so let's do some experiments. Alright. That'll get us into space. This is actually not a terrible design, it's just not a good design. Yeah. Look at its little, like, mini skirt that's got going on here. This is basically just a Minuteman missile. Alright. Nerf lollygagging. Let's go to space. Ourselves a little bit of a turn. Alright, separating for a stage. Wow, that's a good distance. Let's flatten it a little bit here. Flatten it to 300. I love how like I'm watching the view count and it definitely drops, like whenever we're not in danger of like immediately exploding. It's like, oh man, you didn't die. Ourselves along the 90-degree axis here. Hey meow meow. What you doing, baby? Really? Do you have opinions about my flight plan? See, what we don't know about Maddie is that she is an astrophysicist. I do like how this game is basically like, I mean, it's only rocket science, how hard can it be? It's cutting it close. We're good, okay. Can we circularize at 300? Kind of. We ran out of fuel, but that's fine. This is circular enough for our purposes. And we have plenty of fuel. So let's target the moon. Alright. This 0.4 bugs me a little bit because it's not quite flat. We want a flat attitude before heading towards it. So let's dump the useless bits of the spacecraft. That's just going to be up here forever now. Okay, we're going to hit first the descending node, so we want to be ascending. Ass-ending. Nope, we're going to hit the ascending node first, so we want to be in a descending position. I am blind. Right, is that... There we go, engine wasn't firing. That's concerning. A little fuel burn as a treat. There we go. Alright, and now we do what's called the Hohmann transfer. Where we sort of do a kind of increase of our orbit like we did before, but at a target. We're trying to get the periapsis of our new target to line up. 129, perfect. Alright, head to prograde. Flatten ourselves out. Like, there's definitely, you know, there's no up or down in space. There definitely is. Like, it's relative to your like origin and destination, but there is definitely an up and down, and it does help with your calculations somewhat if you know there's something you don't have to control for. All right, we're gonna start our burn now. Since we have to go, fuel we have left. Perfect. We don't guess, we make incremental tests and then we get it right when we come to do it. Alright, we don't need to do, you know what, we're going to make a slight change to the flight plan just because we have so much fuel left, because that engine was a really good pick. Thank you very much, Pi. And we're going to orbit the moon. So we're just going to do what we did before in reverse. Turn to retrograde and burn backwards so that we slow down relative to the moon. Well, science, absolutely. Okay. It's not quite circular, but it's close enough for our purposes. Because what we're going to do now is just harvest science from the moon. A series of EVA reports. Okay. I didn't put a radio antenna on this spacecraft, so we have no way of really telling anyone what's up here until we get home. But hey, you know, sometimes science isn't always right. Sometimes science has to be experienced. What am I talking about? I don't know. Why would you assume I have anything useful to say? 60k? Yeah, cool, thanks. By the way, I don't mind these tips as long as you're not backseating. That's fine. But these tips are helpful. Just want to let people know that when like, because you're being like, when you're below 60k, it's a new biome for science, which is advice. That's great. But I don't want someone to be mad at me when they're like, hey, you should land on the moon immediately. And they're like, oh, why'd you let Pi say stuff? You're being mad at me. It's like, because one of you told me new information, the other one tried to advise me to do something stupid. Alright. Here report. Experiment. Yeah, there you go. Be helpful, not bossy. Pi is being helpful. Everyone be more like Pi. So we're just doing, whoops, EVA reports over the nicest bits of the moon. When we come to pick a landing site, it will be basically lottery. Yeah, absolutely plenty of time for landing later. Alright, we've gathered enough here. Let's go ahead and set ourselves up for a return. So we've figure out which of these is going to take the least amount of energy to do the most amount of land. There. Usually across the moon's path, because then we don't have to like fight other forces. apparently not. Apparently that angle is the best one. We don't want it. We don't want to like crash into the planet at high speed. We need to be able to do some aero braking, so we're going to hit that sort of angle on the way in. So 95. Let's get a little closer. Not that close. Cool, 50. We're making a couple passes through the atmosphere to do this. Alright. Speed of time. Third to 35k, alright. Oh, we can make that adjustment on the fly. Onward. What a great question. I can't remember if I put a heat shield on this craft. We'll find out, won't we? Well, let's aim a bit high. Here we go. The capsule's fairly heat tolerant. Nope, there sure isn't a heat shield there. Okay, so we might die on re-entry, but I think the real adventure is the burns we get along the way. Alright. What I'll do is when we get closer, I'll beam the science back so we don't lose it all. There we go. View store data, because it does have a little antenna in it. Not a good enough one, it seems. Alright. Just so you're aware, Pi, I have played this game since it was in beta. So I do know the basic stuff. Transfers, ultra burn, shit like that. Alrighty then. So what we're going to do to make this possibly easier on us is we're going to get down to gonna throw as much reverse thrust into this as possible. Oh, okay. That was just the camera, not the spaceship. Everyone calm down. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, we're sub 2000, so we might be able to make this landing on the first run. Alright. It doesn't matter how hot the capsule gets, because it's fairly heat resistant. We just want to protect that parachute. Because if the parachute burns up, it's game over. Actually, no, probably not. Like as long as the capsule survives, we can exit it safely because Jeb's got a parachute of his own. Yeah. We are nice and chilly. Alright, we made it to the moon and back. Well, I mean, we will have made it to the moon and back once we perform a successful landing. Cool, cool. So we're going to perform a successful landing. Just in time for break, absolutely. Okay, Pi, that is new information to me because they didn't used to do that. It used to be that the chute, if you deployed the chute too early, it would just catch fire. If you deployed it too late, it would just rip apart. So I'm glad they made those changes, where the chute deploys when it's safe. Let's get a crew. Oh no. Let's get an EVA report from the water. Too bad we can't plant a flag there, but hey, could probably leave it floating in the ocean. Alright. Yeah! Good amount of science. Honestly, that design that looked like a goddamn missile, I didn't really expect to get very far, but it worked. Alright, so let's do some quick purchasing, because we're going to need landing gear. We're going to need some... bigger fuel systems. A little bit of electrics. Miniaturization is not a problem for us right now. Oh, these are new. Work lamps. EVA repair kit, that's cool. Interesting. We don't need anything from there. We do want advanced construction. We'll need that for later. Surprise tool. That happens later. Oh, I can just buy all this. 1, 2. Guess not miniaturization. There we go. And we'll have to buy the new upgrade for that. There we go. Cool. Just upgrade our ship. Cool, awesome. So, admin building. Oh no, we don't care about the admin building. Or the spaceplane hangar. Okay, cool. So, we are going to stop for a quick break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Gonna run some ads. Appreciate if you let those run. Running ads over the break means that people who come in the next hour and a half don't have to watch ads when they drop in. So there's that. And then we'll come back and build the rocket for our first successful moon landing, or our first unsuccessful moon landing, however it turns out. One way or another, something is landing on the moon. Whether it comes home or not is immaterial. Right, stick around. The break, intro, and outro music is brought to you for free by the Fat Rat. Check out the works of the man himself, as well as collaborators like Laura Breen and Anne Julie at youtube.com/thefat-rat. The RTW streaming channel is not sponsored by them, but we are huge fans and they generously allow all creators to use their audio for free and come down hard on people claiming copyright on their behalf, so that's nice too. Thank you, Mr. Butner. You're a certified good lad. Alright, we're back. Let's see what kind of mischief we can get into. Good. It's always good to make sure you cycle them fluids. Get some meds in you. Right. So this seems successful. We had fuel left over even, so I'm willing to just gamble on a couple of quick changes to make this work. Because we're not concerned about getting science back and forth, we're just concerned about getting Jeb back and forth. Think very carefully about your next actions, cat. Okay. Thank you for jumping in front of my monitor. What do you think you're doing up here? There's a cat in front of the monitor, I couldn't see what I was doing. Right, because this whole thing... Oh, yeah! Good eye. That's fine. Just decouple the heat shield. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Yeah. Alright. Do we just go with the real simple route here? Just put some fucking legs on the top stage? Balls to it, let's try it. Maybe we win, maybe we die. That's science, baby. We should put a ladder. So that you can, oh. And some way of sending a distress signal when it all goes pear-shaped. Alright. This is all going to be just fine. Everything about this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this shit. Start retracted. Deploy shielded. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is an absolutely fine, serviceable rocket. Exactly. Everything is fine. Where's the structural? We must have some sort of bridging between those two components, right? Bolster, if that's what we've got, that's what we've got. I'll just drain the fuel out of that so it doesn't cause an explosion. Right. All this going up there. I have. I like doing the multiple EVAs. Moonland. Okay. This is a perfect spaceship that looks like a missile, and it's going to land on the moon. It might not get home from the moon, but it's going to land on the moon. Alright, we run into this, let's go. myself some homemade honey sesame chicken here as well. As we found, we like the stuff from Panda. We're like, we could do that. Just throwing rice all over myself. Legend. All right. To space. Whoa. Alright, first one's in, looking good. $3.35. We're going to go ahead and just park ourselves at the top of that. I'm not going to worry about burning fuel on flattening that out. Alright, here we go. There was no sound through that entire time. Alright, Duna Probe grade. Burning. Okay. Cool. And we'll circularize because that's a little elliptical for my taste. Perfect. Alright, good enough. We used up like all the fuel to do that. Cool. Set this target. 2.2 descending node. To ascend. That's the descending node. I always get that wrong first time. Spin, spin, sugar. Oh. I was like, why is it fighting me? It's because I had that turned on. Yep. Alright. Big thanks to Kevin MacLeod for the music. Alright. Fuck me running! You're gonna lose your air horns privileges if you keep doing that. I am gonna take those air horns away from you, you assholes. I'm like leaning in, like trying to make these calculations, like looking things real close, like okay, yes, okay, do this, do that, got it, got it, got it. Like very much inside my own head, and then the air horns just like whip me away. Alright. Let's get to our burn. Ah! I passed the frickin' burn. That's fine. It'll be fine. It'll come out. It'll come out in the wash. Nah. Not up the price on those air horns. Okay. Why are we on a direct intercept course? We do not want to be bouncing off the moon, thank you. Yeah, it's 50? 38. Perfect. Yeah. Every time. Although, like, if I'm ever playing a scary game, and it gets really tense, and you assholes drop that on me, it's going away forever. And all of you are banned, and I'm playing in the dark, alone, forever. Everyone is banned, including Katie, including me. Just like, burn the place down on my way out. Like, not really. She can't change the Twitch password, I don't even know it. Dash lane, baby. Alright. Now we find a place to land, and I prefer to land in the light. And it's gonna be basically just a potluck as to where we end up here. Okay. Burn to 300 meters per second. Mark. to 0. Close this down. Let's kill as much angular momentum as we can. Okay, falling, falling, falling. Wow. Alright. Now we burn slow and gentle. So we're kind of matching the rate of descent. Let's be optimistic and deploy the gear. Hey, and to be fair, I only said I would do those things if we were playing a spooky game and somebody dropped the air horns. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Uh-huh. Touchdown! We did it, everybody. We're upon the moon. UVA. Oh, I didn't give him a ladder. I'm sure that's fine. He's got a little jetpack. Let him go. UVA. Bit. Yeah, if we're not blowing up. No, probably not quite enough Delta V to get home. I'm sure it's fine. Plant flag. Alright. Fucking moon. Like, he's just gonna have to enjoy himself a little bit. Take a surface sample. Just have a little joy. Look at him go. He's happy. Hey, you got to the moon, buddy. Guess what? You get to live here forever now. Is that a piece of spaceship up there? No, it's just a rock. Oh yeah, we can pick up rock samples now. Let's go grab one. Oh, that rock wasn't there at all. That rock lied to me. Liars everywhere. Even on the moon there are liars. Ghost rocks, moon's haunted. Yep, that was my plan. I'm gonna put him back into orbit of the moon and then send someone else to go get him. Moon. No, this rock isn't present either. Moon's haunted. Moon's haunted. Shoo. It's kind of funny that the probably the first flag we left on the moon is not there anymore. Or rather, the flag is definitely there, but like because like it wouldn't have degraded. There's nothing to degrade it. But when they took off, they knocked it over. So I mean, there's a chance that you get there and like maybe one side isn't as quite as sun bleached white as the other side is. It was really difficult to make a flag that would like stay up on the moon. Alright. So. We figured out last time that this position here is where you get the best return from. And unfortunately, as you can see, the moon is pretty tightly locked to Kerbal, so we can't take off from there. But what we can do is take off from the twilight band. We can make it feel like we're doing something useful. Aha. Well. 270 to get back to Kerbal? Yep. No, let's not revert the flight. Yeah, let's revert the flight to launch, I guess, or to assembly, because we did we do it? Yeah. We did a hard save before. I don't think we did a hard save before taking off from the planet, though. Sorry, taking off from the moon, though. So. All right. We learned something. Is this a more gas solution, or is this a more careful flying solution? You know, I think this might be a more gas solution, actually. This one? Big enough. Hang on. How did this happen? We're smarter than this. There we go. Wumbo tanks. all this, go into space. Yep. Yep. All right. Why can't I find a nose cone that's the right size? There, they can have those stupid clown hats. Oh, those smaller. Fine. We need a torque wheel, I think. Yeah. All right. And back. Right. All right. No more questions. You want Delta V? You're getting Delta V. Let's go to the fucking moon. Did we make the Saturn V? Why, yes, we did. We made a very small version of it. Because we have a gimbaled engine on the bottom stage, we can have a little more granular control over our gravity tone. Some gas on this. Alright. At 300. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm concentrating. Looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, looking at that, looking at this, looking at this, looking at that. Like, come on. Good enough, right. That's enough of a circle for me. Cosmic scale doesn't really matter. Oh, this thing turns like tub. Turns like a wounded whale, so she does. Yeah, okay, cool. Heading in that way direction. Nope, don't fight me. Why are you fighting me? Call your mum. Damn it. This stuff behaves itself when we get to the node. Alright, chat. I'm gonna ask you a favor. When we land on the moon, everyone's gonna throw those touchdown emotes in chat. Everyone has it, it's a standard Twitch emote, just the little touchdown ref dude. Everyone's gonna throw that. And we're gonna have a great time. Alright. Then when we land on Earth, I give you permission to throw air horns. We come back from this terrible journey. Alright, chat? Oh man, did I miss the node? Have a night one, Yuki. I won't say have a nice one and have a great night, and it came out as have a night one, so have a night one. Just fucking have a night one. Blast some air horns on the way out. I want to imagine that's... What?
Sorry.
Did you find a bug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I want to imagine that's how Yuki leaves every room, just throws some air horns and like a handful of glitter. And some treats. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. Boom. Okay. Slow to... Like, I haven't even exhausted the first stage yet. This is ridiculous. I made it a bit too big, but that's fine. Our second stage is purely for landing. Right. Spin ourselves around. Shabushki. This is where we land. Right here. As soon as the ship turns to the right angle, we'll just completely kill our angular momentum. Just land straight down. Gonna leave that with a little bit of angular momentum so that it doesn't land directly on top of us. There we go. Alright, straight down. Oh. Where did that land? Probably somewhere out there. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, surface is getting closer. There we go. That can fly away so it doesn't land on top of us. Goodbye! softest landing we can. Fall over. Touchdown! Yeah! Alright. Let's turn that engine off. So that we don't accidentally yeet ourselves into space. Okay. Beautiful. Flash. We done. Haha. We done a space. Cool. Excellent. And no one can say nothing else. Cool. Take that, conspiracy theorists. Take surface sample. Too flaky to mix snowballs with. 0 stars. Oh. Did I lose sound on the game? No, it's just very quiet. Alright, let's see if these rocks are haunted as well. Embrace me, rock. Damn it, another ghost rock. Stupid haunted moon. Just screaming basalt as far as the eye can see. Wait, that looks like a smaller rock. I wonder if that one will be friends with us. Yes, you. You look like we can be friends. Is this rock haunted? Down on the rock. Can't take a sample from it though. Oh, I can climb it. Yes, I am the king of this rock. Pick up moonstone. I can. Hey. Moon rock, baby. Keep experimenting. Nice. Oh, we just mined the whole thing out. Huh, okay. Where's the rocket? Okay, there it is. Phew. Little concerned there that I'd gotten lost on the moon, which is not a good look, as the kids say. All right. Board. Alright. Did crew report while landed on the moon? Yeah. Alright, let's go home. Activate engine. Engage SAS. Fuck! 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 It's not an autosave. Please be an autosave that I can... Year 1, day 4 or 5. Landed at the moon. Oh, good. Okay, good. Oh, for fuck's sake, that would have been really embarrassing. Okay. Alright, what have we learned? Yeah. Oh, like doing stupid shit is not above me at all. No bounce. Oh, coming a little hot. Okay. It's like I've done that before on a previous save and like smashed into a solar panel, knocked over the spaceship, and it just exploded. And then the Kerbal landed like just fine about like 50 yards away and turned around to see like the burning wreckage of his only way home. Okay. Alright. 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 This time we're not gonna touch spacebar. It's gonna use shift. Turn the SAS on. I nearly pressed it again. Landing gear. Turn to 90. $400. $400 gets us to 50. I remember that. So just a neat calculation that you can make is that if you're coming out from the moon, you can hit 400 meters per second. You're going to be at like 50 meters per second, which is a good place to circularize. All right. And then home. There we go, we can fine tune that on the way in. Boom. Cool. Goodbye, moon. Good night, moon. Good night, room. Good night, cow, jumping over the moon. Children, scooch closer. Don't make me tell you again about the scooching. Goodbye, unnecessary space bits. It's heat shield all the way, baby! Wow, we just landed in the largest patch of ocean we could find, didn't we? Alright. Prepare for land. Yeah! We have successfully done a land. Cover vessel. Yeah! Brilliant. let's not go too crazy on new stuff just yet. We do need solar panels, actually. And a good relay antenna. Okay, there was nothing experimental about an RTG. We've been using RTG since the 60s, but okay, fine. Like, the Russians were using RTGs to power, like, dams. They didn't dispose of them very carefully. Alright. So, we have 3 objectives. We've completed the first one. We landed a person upon the moon and brought them back. Objective 2 is to put a probe on Mars, or Duna, as it's called in this game. So let's get started on that. And this guy turns out to be a real good candidate for performing that task. So, by the way, it's a probe we're sending, not a rover, so it doesn't need to move around or anything, because that is an entirely different mission parameter. We're just landing a robot. Doesn't have to be self-powered. So it doesn't have to have wheels, just needs to be like powered and send data back. Alright. So that's like, let's create a sub-assembly. Big tube. Okay. All right. How many got left in the stream? 20 minutes? How big is the surface area of that rocket? Smaller than that. So our probe has to fit on that. Alright. We can work with that. Alright, so here's our probe base. This is the big computer core. Let's do that first. Because the first thing it's going to need is some communication equipment. And high gain antenna is going to be perfect for that. Also needs a smaller inline one that can be used when it's kind of halfway up. Alright. Oh, cool. There's new lights they've added and flags. Oh yeah, we've got new science equipment that we can send into space. We'll figure out what the science requirements for this are going to be in a bit. We've got to actually make one that's functional first. What's the weight of the command pod? 0.746 tons. What's the weight of this so far? 0.31 tons. So they have comparable weight right now. Battery on there. Take two of the small. And some retractable. That's the important bit here. Solar panels. Alright. Now it just needs to be able to land. So we'll give it some legs. Hey Mouse! Hey Ginger! Welcome! How you guys doing? Cat, 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 cat. Yes. Hi. We're Kerbal. We just got Jeb to the moon and back, and now we're making a probe to go to Mars. Hi, friends. It's good to have friends. No. Where's my itty bad one? I guess that'll have to do. Crafted mines. Nice. Size of Wi-Fi. No, it's too big. It's small. Okay, fine. Alright. In order to make sure it can land on Mars, we're also... Whoops. We're going to have to remember that it has a thinner atmosphere, so it's going to need to be able to catch more air all the way down. Increase drag. What were you speedrunning, Mouse? Was it the American Dad intro? Sub 35, nice, well done. That's real good for Super Mario Land 2. Yeah, fucking actively gaming. Go check out Mouse Plays video, folks, just so you can see a man actively game his way through life. Well done, Mouse. Super impressed with that. Payload. Alright, got some fairing over it, huh? Yeah. Okay. So there's the probe. Oh, wait, no, that's not the probe, because that will not land any goddamn where. That teeny tiny landing footprint. Ground. Yeah, I mean, like, if you got there today by accident, that's good going. Alright. What's deploy shield mean? There's no shield on that. Okay. This is our probe. Oops, I keep clicking. Alright. Now we need science to go on it. Seismometer. A barometer. One of those. Thermometer. A mystery goo. And a magnetometer boom. Is it the right way around? Yeah. Now we're going to put a happy little heat shield on the bottom of it. Even though I don't think it'll be needed, we're still going to put one on. Little heat shield right there. Everyone gets a friend. There we go. Yep. Let's get past it. Cool. Alright. Now we can glue that to the oh, Cuphead. Yeah, Cuphead. So, I have a story about Cuphead, and Katie's already laughing to herself, I'm sure, because she knows the story very well. So, Katie's gallbladder decided that it didn't want to play ball anymore, and we ended up having to go to the hospital. This was a few years ago. Everything's fine now. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving your side. So, we were in the hospital. She was asleep, like, basically, like, stuck in bed with a bunch of tubes coming in and out of her, like, extremely uncomfortable and getting the best sleep she possibly could in that place. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try playing Cuphead. Because I can't sleep because I'm sat in this stupid chair. And so I stopped playing Cuphead, and I'm really trying not to swear or like yell because this game is fucking bullshit. And it got to a point where for some reason I had to vocally express my frustration, but I was trying to be as quiet as possible, so that fuck that I wanted to say just came out. Fuckity darn. Like my brain was like, it's okay, it's not a swear word, therefore it's not loud, so fuckity darn became a thing. Fuckity darn, exactly. I've never been able to live down fuckity darn. A gently whispered fuckity darn. Yeah. I mean, I use that in the wild now. Alright. This hey, fuckity darn. I mean, like, you're not far off. Hey, I love you. Hey, you're a butt. Hey, fuckity darn. After boinking? Just lean in real close, like, fuckity darn. Lips on the mic. Alright. Mars? Question mark? Alright. I've forgotten a bunch of things. I don't know what I've forgotten yet, but I promise you I've forgotten a bunch of things. Oh, one thing I won't forget though, because we're probably going to get a one shot at this tonight before we're out of time, is to put some sort of panel on the outside here. Have that be its own beast. Okay. Fucking done. That was great. Yeah. I mean, my microphone is set up so that it can hear me like at a good volume from where I'm sat right now. It will absolutely peak your speakers if I lean like up to the pop guard. All right. Is there anything I've forgotten? Definitely. Is there anything I've forgotten that I can think of right now? No. Alright, space it is. Yep. Okay. Launch. Yep. Like I said, we're probably gonna get one shot at this. A good Mars shot usually takes like half an hour to an hour, so we'll see just how far we get. We definitely want to take off at a certain time of day as well. Take off like first thing in the morning. I think it's first thing in the morning if you want to go out. Classic Kerbal. Yep. As much power as we can muster, straight upwards. Full throttle. Cut the engines to jettison those. All right. Now we just push. Hard as it can possibly go. Wait a minute, what is that? Where's this decoupler? That's in the right place. That's in the right place, okay. As long as those two are in the right place. We're going straight out because we're cislunar. We're going straight into space. And at the course that we've set, if we just continue going straight out here, we'll be in a much higher orbit around the sun. So we'll be able to kind of descend to Duna in fewer steps, rather than having to basically kind of crawl our way there from Kerbal orbit. It's a little bit more efficient. Unless you hit the moon, of course, in which case things go bad quick. Nope, 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 cut engine. Alright, let's hope we didn't go overshoot too much here. Excellent, we didn't overshoot. So we are now going to boost that until it hits the Mars orbit. Set its target. Perfect. Alright, now we've crossed it there. Cool. So now we can do some orbital maneuvering chicanery. Pull up the hatch. Extend antenna. Extend solar panel. It's actually super easy to learn. Extend solar panel. We are on our way to Mars. Alright. So I'm just going to accelerate time here. Till we get to this close approach. Because we're going to start altering our orbital path. Like once you understand the basic kind of concepts of spaceflight, like how to go forward and backwards, and how to like establish transfers and orbits, it becomes much easier. Control locks. No, we're too far away from Earth. There's not enough. We need control locks. No, alright, that's fine. We'll just leave this out here. Okay. So this thing will get there. But right now we've just got to kind of leave it in space for a bit. Because this antenna is not big enough to pick up a signal from Earth. So we've got to launch a kind of forwarding satellite that can get up there and give it some pathing. All right, well that'll be another time, I guess. All right, head back to the Space Center. Hi, Gary! You came in like just as we were finishing up, my dude. Finally home. Woo. This is normally when I would start raiding you, honestly, but this is a weekday after all. Sorry, weekend after all. Yeah, thanks for coming over online. Cool. Alrighty. Do you stream that? Should I send people to you, or are you not streaming right now? Oh, thanks, man. YouTube? Cool. Well, thank you very much. Plenty of traffic today, which was nice. All right. So let's do my quick goodbye to YouTube. So YouTube, I will see you. You'll get this video on Wednesday, so we will see you on Friday with the next episode. As for the stream, the next episode will be on Wednesday. So because YouTube gets them a one stream removed for legal reasons. All right, let's figure out who we're gonna raid. All right, have a great night, YouTube. Bye bye.